At the Summit County Historical Museum in Dillon, Jordan Bennett
And I am the director of the Summit Historical Society in Dillon, Colorado.
says that inside this old one-room schoolhouse,
We're in the old Dillon Schoolhouse.
people can see a lot of Summit County history, from ranching to farming to mining.
This piano came from Connecticut in 1885.
In a building that's one of the most historic in Colorado.
So we are actually working in an artifact.
Built in 1883, this schoolhouse was moved from Old Dillon to New Dillon when the reservoir was built in the 1960s to preserve a piece of Colorado history. And now, after all that time, it's close to being added to the Colorado Register of Historic Places, which is pretty cool beans because it's a rare designation even in a historic place like Summit County.
Summit County does have a long history that dates back all the way to the Utes being here. However, we only have 9 buildings on the state register in the entire county.
And if it goes through, it's expected to help boost historic tourism in this area.
It increases historic preservation, it increases tourism potentially as well by having more buildings on the register, and it makes us available to apply for state grants, which is a huge increase because it means that we can continually preserve these buildings for the long term.
And there's no timeline for that historic designation yet, but they are in the final steps of that process and expect it to go through. Be pretty cool to preserve some of that Western history, and the process itself is a bit historic because you don't see that designation on buildings that have been moved. This used to be in Old Dillon. It's a 142-year-old building that was moved here to preserve it, which is why they want to get that designation. Reporting from Dillon, I'm Matt Renew, 9 News. Corey Jordan, it'd be so cool to see because you want to preserve this building. It's such an important part of our Colorado history and Western history, those pioneers that moved out here all those years ago.
Yes, cool beans, as you would say, Matt Renew.
Yeah, love it. You hear that a lot in Boston.
Yes. I love this story, Matt. Thank you.